Grogu says you're going to want to see the lightsaber I'm reviewing today on Darth Rage Reviews.
Evacuate? In our moment of triumph? I think you overestimate their chances.
Greetings, Force fans, and welcome to another episode of Darth Rage Reviews, your source for the Force. All right, business out of the way quickly, guys. Make sure to subscribe. This is the saber I am giving away to 100 subscribers. This is the Ultra Sabers Consular. It's Qui-Gon's hilt. Everybody recognizes that. This one's blue. It's a stunt saber. It will not come with the blade plug. However, it will come with a 36-inch blade. So, got a video announcement somewhere back there in my videos. Make sure to check that out, see what's going on, and then once I reach 500 subscribers, I will do an announcement, a giveaway announcement video as well, and you're going to want to watch that. But first, step one, you got to subscribe. So let's put that out of the way, and let's talk about this and this land speeder. So I found some of my brother's toys. We're going to go into those later on, but some neat little things that I found in there. Anywho, what are we talking about today? Today, we are talking about this classic hilt. Everybody recognizes this. It is the Return of the Jedi Luke saber. This one is the classic hero from Rebel Sabers. As far as canon hilts go, this is one of the most affordable. I believe the Ray saber is cheaper than this, but other than that, you can't go really much more affordable than this hilt. It was $235 on that site. Just amazing quality for this is the RGB version, the in-hilt LED version. It's not the NeoPixel or Profi NeoPixel, but for $235 you can have this beauty, recognizable, wonderful hilt. It is a lot of chrome, and it is a fingerprint magnet, as my buddy Darth Ravens is often one to comment on. I should probably be wearing gloves while I'm handling this. You know, if only I had a pair of gloves nearby, Kylo. I kid. Just, you know, I know it's going to get smudges, but there's just something about the feel of this on your skin that makes me a happy person. So I'll wipe it off afterwards and I'll handle it with my hands. Anywho, so like I said, this one's Rebel Sabers. It is the classic hero, and it'll run you $235 in this model, which is the baselit version of it. It is an Eco Smoothswing, so it does have a Smoothswing on it. Comes with the standard LGT fonts on there, so you got a wide plethora of movie fonts, sounds, quotes, music, the works, everything you're used to in those LGT hilts, just in a fancier version here. This one has the control card ignition right here. I'll go into that after I show you kind of how you charge it. It does have, you can't call it a D clip. Is this a triangle clip? Triangle clip, belt clip with it as well. Fair warning, when you do want to unscrew this, you want to make sure that this is up, because otherwise it could scratch the chassis here, the pommel. So in order to charge the battery on this one, you actually have to unscrew the bottom of the pommel. And when you do, it has that micro USB port right there. You plug that into the wall, and that will charge your saber for you. It's that simple. So you just unscrew that, charge it for a couple hours, screw that back on, you're good to go. Other than that, the setup is very, very similar to the other LGT sabers. There's just not a charging port up here by where the button is. So if you slide the clamp card out, you'll see that it's still the same one button setup there on this saber. No charge port, even though there's a little accessing, there's no charge port on it. So it still works the same as all the other LGT sabers. However, there is no flashing button on it, so it can make it, you know, kind of just have to time it in order to make the functions work. So works the same. Turn it on, you just press the button. So I have this beautiful, beautiful blade plug in there. This is a fancy blade plug that they also sell on Rebel Sabers. I hope that gives it a good shot, kind of what that looks like. This is available on Rebel Sabers as well, and I do suggest getting that with the saber, because that's made for that. You know, very, very cool. So, like the other Eco Smoothswing, it does have a smooth swing. It's not as responsive as a Profi, but you can tell it does its purpose. You swing it, it makes swingy sounds. That's what you want from a saber. It's got a blaster effect, flash on clash, and a lockup. So all the same effects, and just as easy to work in the one-button configuration that you're used to with LGT Saber. Only difference is that you don't have the flashes there to when you're changing the sound volume, when you're adding the music, those little things. If you rely on the flash, you kind of got to do it more with internal timing, and got to use the noggin a little bit. So some people may not like that, but beautiful hilt, easy to operate, and extremely, extremely affordable. So the neat thing about this hilt, a little bit of history for you, there are actually I think 3 different versions of this hilt that are seen in Return of the Jedi. There's the one with the green and red notches here on the side, and I think it's got some slightly different, one of these maybe smaller or larger than the other ones, but it's a green and red light there. In the scene that was removed that showed Luke building the lightsaber, you can see that prominently. There's also another saber that is used, I think it was one of the stunt sabers used by Obi-Wan in A New Hope, and it's used for some of the shots on the belt and some of the shots, I think the shot on the Emperor's chair. And then there's this saber that was a stunt saber as well, and this can be seen in a couple scenes as well with the little Graflex clip here on the side, like there is on this one. So you see that same clip that's on the Graflex, and I believe it's something to do with the way that they had to secure this piece onto what was ultimately Obi-Wan's saber. So they just basically converted Obi-Wan's saber into Luke's saber for that purpose. So I'm going to link in the description a neat little article that kind of goes into it. I'll put some pictures up here real quick so you guys can see the differences in the sabers, in the 3 different sabers. And then the link to the article, I do suggest reading it. It makes for some interesting reading. I never realized that there were the different versions of the saber, or that one of them was actually, maybe even 2 of them, were actually Alec Guinness's sabers from A New Hope. So nifty, nifty story on the saber. So it's my first thin neck saber. I'm not going to put the blade in it this time. I'll show you guys that on another video. I'll pop it in there and go through all the effects. But let me tell you, the blade does sit in there very tightly. I was worried about that, but there are 5 retention screws along the outside. I popped a screw into each of them, and this thing holds very, very nicely. I've gone outside and spun this thing around a whole lot, and the blade's not going anywhere. Makes me interested in trying to get a NeoPixel and popping, or getting a NeoPixel version, maybe the Obi-Wan, because it's another saber I want, just to see how that heavy blade reacts with the thin neck. But right now, guys, the thin neck, there's no complaints, no worries about anything snapping or breaking. Seems to be really well put together, and the blade stays in there, even though it literally only goes down to about there. It sticks in nicely. So what would I give this score for overall? So for me, I like a little 5-star system, and this one, Luke is my OG character. He's the Jedi that I think of when I think of Jedis, and this to me is his lightsaber. This is the lightsaber that he built, so it holds a really special place in my heart, and because of that, it's hard to go really low for it for me. I wish I would have gotten NeoPixel, honestly. NeoPixel of this would be a 5 out of 5. This one for me is going to be a 4.75, 4.8. It's so high up on there because it's so affordable. It's a saber I've always wanted. It's a saber that means a lot to me, and it looks cool as hell. So let's go with a 475 for the classic hero from Rebel Sabers. You guys go check them out, rebelsabers.com. A link on the description to their website as well. One of the most affordable cannon hilts that you can find out there. So that's it today, guys. I hope you did enjoy that. As always, going to have lots and lots more videos coming for you. Some comparison videos now between this and some of my other cannon hilts that I've got. And as always, stay tuned for all of my little shorts. I really enjoy doing them. I hope you guys enjoy those as well. Those will be coming out frequently. As always, I am Darth Rage. This is Darth Rage Reviews, your source for the Force.
I felt a great disturbance in the Force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced.